Cerdic was the first king of the Anglo Saxon kingdom of Wessex, who reigned from 519 to 534, and the ancestor of all the subsequent Anglo Saxon kings of England. His origin, ethnicity, and even his very existence have been extensively disputed. However, though claimed as the founder of Wessex by later Saxon kings, the Anglo-Saxons were partly descended from the Germanic tribes who migrated from Europe, and settled at south of England at the beginning of the early 15th century. West Saxons were formerly called Guerci. The Guerci tribe landed on the south coast of England, and began to conquer an area of territory from the native British Celts. Early sources, traditional legends claim he fought against King Arthur, but also claim he was granted Wessex by the king. The primary sources on Cerdic's life comes from the Anglo-Saxon chronicles, commissioned by Alfred the Great. Cerdic landed in what is today Hampshire in 495, with his son Cynric in 5 ships. He was then described as an alderman, and was accompanied by his young son, together with Saxon and possibly some Jutish companions brought over to England. Cerdic began the conquest of the area now known as Wiltshire. The Wiltshire migrated into the territory as part of Cerdic's invasion. He said to have fought a Britannic king named Nartanliad, and killed him along with 5,000 men. After this the land was named Netley from him. Following this conquest, he was crowned king of the West Saxon, the first king of Wessex at Winchester in 532. Cedric also conquered the Isle of Wight. The island was later granted to his kinsmen, Stuff and Whitgar, who were said to have arrived in England with the West Saxons. Cerdic is said to have died in 534. Cynric his son succeeded to the government of Wessex, and reigned afterwards for 26 winters. Some scholars have gone so far as to suggest that Cerdic is purely a legendary figure, but this is a minority view. The Anglo-Saxon chronicles, along with sources' accounts of later kings, described Cerdic's succession by his son Cynric. According to historians, Cerdic was a man who either arrived or returned to England in 495, founded Wessex, and established a powerful kingdom which in time would evolve into the nation known as England. England, the land of the Angles, embraced this early king as their founder, and made him one of their own. Who the actual Cerdic was, what he did, and why he made such an impression remains unclear. Descent from Cerdic became a necessary qualification for later kings of Wessex, and he was claimed ancestor of Ecgbert, King of Wessex, progenitor of the English royal house.